you know, it's something.
I don't think I've ever seen more player use Mira. It's jumped you.
He's got the Eon Disc at the ready. They can continue to follow this up on the side. Maposhka doesn't stand a chance. Maybe they can find more of him as Mira also taking heavy damage from the illusion.
What an angle.
Lalo get the Torrent Storm and the BKB off. Tries to step back.
Yatoro's hit.
In the midst of the fight. The Torrent Storm continues to throw him up.
Big RP.
He locked down and Zeta taken. Nothing to say down. They take it out you. No buyback available for nothing to say. As he's out for 2 minutes. Yatoro also able to find.
They get Shiro as well.
They don't have buybacks. They don't have buybacks. 50 seconds until Shiro's is back up. And nothing to say, he's not even got the money, even if it was back then. You trying to hold them out. He's in with the.
He's doing a pretty good job.
There from Mira, buys a charge for Yatoro.
He's just dead.
What my goodness, he's keeping this game alive here for the squad collapse. He's trying to find Planet for the blink out.
The Dark Portrait.
The Dark Portrait's done the damage. Planet takes down Collapse.
Holy crap.
I can't believe they held on.
I mean, New and Planet.
They lost their carry, they lost their mid, both without buybacks, but it doesn't matter. The rest of LGD pull through and keep this game alive.
New and Planet have been doing it for a lot of this game, but holy crap, they just actually killed Yatoro. That was a wild fight. I mean, we'd have to see it again, but this was pretty much Yatoro and Collapse versus the world, killing 3 heroes, and then they just get turned on by the Centaur Grim. Oh, man. I mean, Planet having a hell of a tournament. Let's see this one again. The angle of approach there from LGD at the start, too, looked beautiful.
It looked pretty good.
The jump in from Yatoro, I mean...
Now they weren't afraid of anything here, Spirit, at the start of this fight. They knew how strong they were if they could get this Terrorblade into prime position. And for pretty much the 80% of this fight, it looked fantastic, right? Yatoro's here, Collapse has got the hold and control. They take out these 2 huge cores. You know, New and nothing to say to start things off. Of course, New's got the buyback, but it's to say Shiro and nothing to say. They did not have the buybacks ready. So at this point, Spirit, they've got to be feeling fantastic. They know that these buybacks are still on cooldown. So Yatoro, of course, he's going to push onwards. But New and Planet turn it around, and Yatoro caught absolutely by surprise by the potential for LGD to do so.
It's these split-second things, too. If you saw that, we hovered over Planet for a quick second. It was like 1 second until that Dark Portrait comes back up. So every little thing matters at these points in the game.
I think, yeah, Team Spirit, they could taste the victory there, but it's very, very swiftly knocked away from them. Once more, LGD keeping this game going.
Oh, man, we are getting blessed. 2.5 more minutes until those neutral items come out. Everyone's buybacks soon coming back up. Gold, of course, still needs to be acquired for some.
Refresh on Collapse now.
Okay. Second salvo of that ult.
They're going all out. It's still a little short on the buyback off that purchase. Only 1,000 gold. I mean, that's the thing, of course.
Same thing for nothing to say. I mean, they're both...
He'll have it shortly as well.
Yep.
Indeed, in terms of overall buyback situation, definitely in a better spot for Spirit. Did cost the buyback from New and Planet to pull off those moves in that last defense.
What rune do we get? Shield rune bottom. No DD this time around. Such tense moments for both sides. Vision, jumps, everything. All important. Trying to kill off these supports seeming to be a very big answer as well, too. They're very difficult to bring down with all these Aeon Discs and protections. Planet, even now having a Shadow Blade of his own to try to hide himself into the backlines. I mean, he could be one of the most important heroes in this game at the moment. This Dark Portrait, it's a big difference maker.
Double X, double Dark Portrait, it really could set any of these fights in LGD's favor, especially if he's getting it on the big cores, if he's getting it on Yatoro.
Maposhka's still hanging on to his gold. Just seen him, he has the gold for the Hex, but he's just been sitting on it, waiting for those buyback plays.
Hitting that timing where it might not be too tempting to take risks with the new tier of neutral items, just 1 minute around the corner.
Any Midas is queued up? Not quite yet, but perhaps we'll see one. Roche, it's back.
Who wants to step into the pit though? Both teams having a formidable team fight.
There's very limited vision from both sides at the moment. That one ward placed up top at the moment from the side of Spirit. Shiro, continue to keep these waves shoved in. Collapse, maybe looking for some type of fishing play here with the X marks. Pretty good ward from Spirit right now. That has not been taken out from LGD.
They're going to try and get the move.
This is giving a ton of information.
Planet, he's going to show himself. Collapse catches him immediately to get the jump onto one. Planet RP is what they're really
no buyback. Oh, man.
The RP Collapse, he's still got it good to go. Sure, the Phantasm. And the BKB will make sure the Collapse isn't able to pull him back.
Hey, he got aggressive. He tried. I mean, he got the Dark Portrait of the Terrorblade, but put himself in an incredibly dangerous position.
Yeah,
2 minutes, no Grim.
Bit of a bait there, really, from Spirit.
Boy.
Collapse immediately in with that jump. Instantly pops the refresher as well, so has this second RP ready.
Absolutely.
If the rest of LGD try for anything, they'll look to swing attention over to the other side of the map with the twin gates, get down there.
They'll be able to
Let's
get
go
this
straight
rush.
into the pit. The rest of this Metamorphosis should be able to take this down without any questions coming out from LGD.
I like how there's just no hesitation, though. They you know, these players, they have all the timings and everything. They know this Grim Show did not have to buy, so no hesitation to get that RP out from Collapse.
I mean, honestly, yeah, and as we said, at this point, it's pretty much the biggest
probably the
catch they
best
can
one.
get.
Yeah.
They can get Planet before he can get any of his spells or items off. The team fight's going to look to be in a pretty solid spot for Spirit.
All right.
The Roshan, Aegis on Yutora. Here come the tier 5s.
What do we get? A pretty,
but nothing to
pretty
say.
busted one on
I
the
think that's
Tinker.
the one he was open for.
Does he have a telescope on his team too? I know he was carrying the telescope for quite some time, so he won't have both. He won't have a telescope plus a Seer Stone.
And Collapse, he's ready to go with a bit of an ode to his previous TI performances. The Horn Toss now online. More than ready to start pulling heroes out of LGD's base. The high ground defense is not going to be easy. No.
Ex Machina now also for Yotoro, the constant refresher on refresher. He actually sells his refresher himself because he has an Ex Machina. He'll buy out a full Eye of Scotty now for this Terrorblade. Giant Strength for new. Potential 10,000 HP Centaur definitely coming into play as well too.
I see what's going to be stronger. The ability from Team Spirit to jump in with Collapse and rip heroes out of the base, or the potential of Nothing to Say's Tinker just to completely infinitely hold the high ground with this insane amount of spam. Oh, he's got a Seer Stone as well.
I love it.
He is going to be jumping in from a mile off, and there we
Look at this.
Gets the grab on a Why You Smile. This poor old ancient apparition out of the game.
Oh my God, this is so insane.
This isn't even fair. I mean, you give
Look at the blink
these
range.
sort of tools, he's going to be catching everybody and anyone. Yutoro's pushing in. They get the jump on his shield.
Shiro?
Try and skew him out the base. They're getting down here. The low ground is new. Giant Sword over towards Yutoro. The Who's goes down. Ice Blast flies in.
You is killing Yutoro.
Yutoro down, let him taking him down the one. Collapse also to fall. Nothing to say. Finish him off with a laser. They're ready to set up for round two. Yutoro put the BKB. He's looking for the TP out. And with the BKB TP, he makes it away. But Raposhka will not be.
They got Mira.
New and Nothing to Say. They chased out the two supports. Don't get Mira as well.
Holy moly.
Nothing to Say is LGD hold.
Oh my, New killed everybody. 12,000 damage from a Centaur.
Okay, Yutoro.
Okay.
He wants to try and get these mega creeps.
That was cute.
All right.
Little X-Mark play.
An X-Mark play. I mean, they are that close to getting the megas. That does force out the fortification.
This is the highest tier of Dota that you can possibly imagine. These players, this is absolutely insane. New killed Yotoro by himself, it felt like. I mean, the Centaur, what an absolute monster.
And they started the fight as well, but they sort of nearly got that clean start with the skewer out, but I think what was the Soulbind right from Planet.
It caught him stuck, right?
It's stuck in mid-skewer.
Yeah. It looked a little weird there. I was like, wait, what is this interaction? I thought he was stuck on the lamp or something.
You know, was he going to end up outside of the base or in the base?
Yep.
Oh, he's going for the megas, and he's got them. He's got them. An easy X-Mark player from Yotoro and Lal. And honestly, that's something to be concerned about for LGD, because that sort of move, it could absolutely come in again, going for the tier 4s, going for the Ancient. LGD, they've got to get all these pushed out of the base and get that backdoor protection back in play. Yeah, we see it again.
Yeah, good. I mean, I could barely see. It looked kind of weird, right? Because it pulled one, but the secondary one didn't bring. All right, cool.
As you say, you just getting in on your.
He was on Yotoro.
I mean, sort of him against the 4 heroes of Spirit. They could not hold back this giant stream Centaur from just slamming down the Terrorblade.
And look at his target prioritization. He sees the TP coming out. They stop ET, and then he immediately goes for Mira too. The quick moves. All right, this is some incredible spellcasting.
Quite the push now. They're able to get this push going down the mid lane. They've taken the tier 3 themselves here, LGD. Probably not going to be able to get anything more out of this one. At Spirit, they're pretty much all back up.
I mean, I love that you're seeing the smiles. It's such a stressful situation, but I'm sure both teams are having a hell of a time in that booth. Still anybody's game, but there is mega advantage at the moment for Spirit. A big advantage on those objectives, and they're starting to get the Book of the Dead as well, too. ET has that one picked up. Also has changed his build up a little bit, too. He had the Hex all kind of done, switches it up for a BKB. He wants to be able to stand inside the midst of the fight.
Absolutely. He wants to survive and make sure that this aura is being pumped out the entire time.
Everything matters. Every little thing, as we like to say.
Why are you smart? Right? Still holding on to what he's going to decide to go with his tier 5. I'll get the Book of the Dead. Make sure they've got that extra way to keep these waves pushed out. Incredibly important to do so, as I say. You know, they have to be prepared for the fact that Spirit, they can absolutely look for these X-Mark wrap plays with the Terrorblade to try and close this game up.
Ooh, nice. And they get a Book of Shadows. I think maybe, I'm always wondering, like, what, you know, maybe Why You Smile had the Book of Shadows or something as well, too, on the Book of the Dead. Maybe contemplating they're deciding which one he wants. But another form of saves, Mira has 2 charges of disruption, and he has a Book of Shadows. So crazy amounts of different plays he can do to protect his allies.
Still, as we saw before, Collapse, he cannot be underestimated from how much of a distance he can jump in and grab someone. LGD, they're stepping out of the base here.
Bro. They get a vision. Collapse.
He's able to get the jump, get the hold on, straight back straight away into the fair push back for Yatoro, and the boys come flying in, punch the metamorph, and then take it down.
Shiro's still alive.
The metamorph, and BKB goes for a second round. Shiro, he's trying to escape it with the invis. Yatoro jumps forward. He's going to drive back with the X-Mark. Shiro's out of the game as well.
Huge catch. Collapse.
You've got to be ready for this, Magnus.
And he's got another one. He's at the ready. Perfect layering of skills, too. Gets the Terror Wave while they're skewered, so they can't pop anything. Immediately get control. The full Hex now for the Kunkka coming out. They're ready.
Well, they've got to stay right by their fountain. Honestly, if you step anywhere further from the Ancient towards the edge of this base, Collapse will find you.
The Blink Rage is absolutely ridiculous. He can almost hit the tier 4 from where he is right now. With a little harpoon play as well, too.
It's all right.
X plays.
Proceeding on to the tier 4s. New trying with the jump in, but the X-Mark drag back's there.
Poking and prodding. The towers are dropping. And they can just keep doing this with the X. And with that Ex Machina constantly as well.
They're trying to hold on the spy back. So they can get away with that one, but the tier 4's gone. The Ancient now exposed.
Oh boy.
Yatoro,
Hex.
forward again, they catch him with the Hex, but the X-Mark's there. 4 from you. So with the who's someone on the push, but the defensive disruption comes into play. Torrent up on the wall.
Hex on Collapse.
Comes down from Shiro. Big of the Hex on the Collapse. The Soul by 4.
He's controlled. He's got it.
Collapse. They turn over with Mapochka wants the BKB. We'll get the sleep sub off towards you. Rules up here as LGD's ready with the setup. Try from Mapochka, second time round, but he's out with the Glim, and it doesn't matter. New still finds him. Jumps in with the who's stop. This Shadow, the Book of Shadows there from Mira. Trying to buy some extra safety here from Mapochka to get away. But New and Shiro stay upon him. They bring down a second New with the double kill. They push back the Titan Team Spirit. Damage still being done here by the Book of the Dead.
Oh, this game could end in a pretty kind of clowny way where they just say Book of the Dead and the Ex Machina and everything.
There's just so much rap potential at the 67-minute mark.
And there's no glyph for how long? Okay, it's 15 seconds. They're going to have it back up soon.
I mean, can
True defense of the Ancients.
LGD push out quick enough? I mean, it is a minute with there's no Mapochka, no Collapse, but it just doesn't feel like enough for LGD. I think they're still going to just get consistently held in their base.
Yatoro!
He's got the X upon him. They can take him out every single time.
They're hunting behind, though. Mira? Get away.
You can find him there, but Mira indeed will manage to escape. Spirit, they just got to keep their composure, and they should have a solid chance of closing this one up.
Oh, and they know that Yatoro went all the way back to base. The Phantom actually chased him all the way across there with the X, so they know that Yatoro is back over here.
LGD.
Getting the lanes pushed out a little bit here. Book the Dead shoving out bottom. Top, they have Tinker pushing, and they have all 3 heroes in the mid lane.
Still a little bit of a window where maybe they can try for something while Spirit the 3 of them up.
They catch Floral.
Outside of the base. They get it with the opening stun. The second round of spells in front. Nothing to say. Ready to burst him low. Mira comes into off-round with disruption to try and keep him safe. But Lars still goes down.
And now Mira.
Up into the high ground trying to chase him out. Gets pushed back by the Terror Wave from Yatoro. See if they can force any of these buybacks. Lars out for 2 minutes.
Ice Blast the Scout. It's going to connect on Collapse.
It doesn't look like they'll capitalize onto this one, LGD. They don't want to jump the tier 4s for now. But 100 seconds, no Kunkka.
And they're getting their lanes dealt with. Why You Smile just continues to shove out bottom. Laurel getting greedy, getting outside there for just what a medium camp, gets punished for it. Quick little scout there from LGD. Such tense moments.
Shiva's guard done now for nothing to say. LGD, they're absolutely in position to try and jump again here aggressively into the base of Team Spirit.
Has he used the Warp Flare, by the way? I don't think so, right? I don't think I've ever seen anyone use the Warp Flare. Why?
Too many buttons. Even
too many buttons.
Players.
Why? Hits 25, another pretty impactful one. Is going to help clear out waves and in these team fights, more chaos. Got their lanes in a good position for the fight. 60 seconds, still no Kunkka.
Spirit. Yatoro teasing with the idea of heading out into the triangle.
It's a risky play.
Oh, it is, but Collapse if he can find a grab. Try and get the ward down, actually. A little bit low there on this, so that it doesn't actually get up into the high ground, so I won't really give them any information with that regard. They'll back off to the high ground of their own base.
I mean, they're considering it, but then they're probably like, yeah. Kunkka's coming back in 30 seconds. You know, our lanes, they're still pretty okay. Yeah,
they're sort of happy to sit back and just hope that LGD don't push in within these next 30 seconds. Wait for the full 5-man to be back up on Spirit.
Seer Stone constantly being used to get vision around those high grounds. 70 minutes have been hit. Another Wisdom Rune. Anyone not 25 yet? Everyone's kind of hit it now already, eh?
Yep. Across the board. Yep. Everybody.
So 30, I guess, for Collapse, but not the biggest difference maker.
What's the timing on this rush? Just a minute.
One more minute.
There's the Roshan coming out. Spirit.
They got to smoke. Yep, they know. That rush could be getting up pretty soon. Get the positioning.
Initiation, it's Collapse that sort of is the king right now. This Magnus.
They've got more buybacks right now. They have a lot more bodies they can throw on the side of Team Spirit. 2 buybacks not at the ready on the side of LGD.
They have got the Axe done on Shiro.
They do.
So an extra way to sort of disrupt the initiation front Spirit. If his illusions pumped out.
It was in already.
He's wrapping right around the back. Pops the Shiva's guard.
Yatoro
on this.
on planet.
They found the Grimstroke. Planet's out of the fight. Buys back straight away. And you see here, New and Shiro still trying to see if they can wrap around from the side. But the Book of the Dead, it's out upon them, kind of stopping them from being able to lead them in the way that they want it.
Shiro, they found him.
Shiro gets the grab back, straight away into the RP, full focus over what the Gales down and taking Shiro down. Shiro out for 2 minutes. Buyback on cooldown, the Chaos.
They found MTS.
Collapse, he gets another. The second round, ready to go over the wall. Nothing to say, pops the BKB. Trying to TP out of this one, but Yatoro on top of him. Triple kill for Yatoro, and nothing to say, goes down. Instant buyback for the Tinker, but Spirit now 5 versus 4 for the next 100 seconds.
Collapse is pulling out his magic, catching the perfect heroes back to back, drags them all the way across the fight with that skewer.
Roshan's up, Spirit. They can look to take this. I mean, actually,
whoa. New and planted.
Forward. He was not expecting to see LGD still out at this point of the map. Law gets caught.
You cannot forget about these two. They've been menaces all game. Again, finding Law Collapse, won't find the catch.
Makes things a bit more complicated now for Spirit.
It was a buyback.
Like that.
Was a buyback from the Tinker, though.
Should still be able to have the luxury of taking down the Roshan.
These fights are just so wild. How much damage there truly is, but overall the catch again and again from Collapse. It's just been beautiful in these.
We'll see. I mean, this Aghanim, who's going to the SD or the Elder Titan?
Ooh. He's got BK. You probably give it to Mira.
Yep, give it a Mira.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
And also taking the Aegis.
Aegis as well. I mean, the saves are pretty damn important right now.
All
right. Cool. I love it. Supports Justice.
No, I mean, definitely makes some sort of sense, right? Especially when Yatoro, right at this stage, relying on the Ex Machina to sort of refresh his items. When he pops the Metamorphosis, he can't really afford to go down and then come back up. Everything has to be invested in keeping him alive in that one life, and making sure that the Shadow Demon is always able to save him. Could just do so.
Yeah, it's besides just these disruptions and stuff too. It's just having, more and more demonic purges is always massive versus this Tinker. So, yeah, definitely huge here for Mira. More and more potential to be able to save out Toro as the push commences.
Yeah, approaching the base once more. Shiro's back up, immediate smoke from LGD.
Okay.
Lyle, he'll be ready to join the Pusher Spirit in 10 seconds. Of course, worth noticing, Fortification is back online for both sides.
And Neo, his buyback is back at the ready. I don't know why, I just feel like for Neo, he seems to be the most important hero on the side of LGD throughout this entire game.
1 minute until Shiro has his.
Okay.
Yatoro X marked up, jumps in to get a bit of information.
Big boom. X back. Ice Blast won't connect.
Collapse.
He will connect on 2.
Get Shiro, drags them back in the oven. The Phantasm's there for Shiro, dodges the RP. Doesn't matter that the damage coming out for Yatoro. It's too damn hard. As Yu's taken out. Shiro in trouble. They chase on towards it. The Yule setup's there.
He's got the cheese.
He'll get the cheese up, but it doesn't matter. Yatoro with the aggressive Sunder helps to bring Shiro down a second time. He's out of the game. 95. Buyback still on cooldown here for the Chaos Knight.
And Collapse, he's got the refresher at the ready, so he can go for another round.
Oh, and he's looking for it. Tries to check out along the tree line. Won't find anything other than an illusion on this jump. But of course, with the low cooldowns, he is ready to jump time and time again.
Hey, he's ready to go every single time. And Poshko also with his 25. This Earth Splitter cooldown, it's actually doing an immense amount of damage versus these super tanky cores at this late stage of the game. I mean, this Centaur has like 8,000 HP in a lot of the fights. 40, like just 4,000 HP gone instantly.
Can LGD hold this? 4 versus 5. Buyback would have been back up in 5 seconds, but Shiro, he's low on the gold, 1,600 short of buyback. Spirit, let's collapse. He'll get the grab on the AA. Quick drag back onto YU Smile. A couple of hits from Yotoro, and the AA is gone.
Yotoro's in.
The BKB, they're looking to try and close it. They're straight onto the H, and the buyback comes out from YU Smile. And Spirit,
instant.
they'll respect that immediate back off.
Collapse was so quick, he actually popped his own refresher the second the AAA buyback comes out, gets himself out of there. No hesitation whatsoever.
Doesn't want to get caught out by some of this Blink Yule's Ice Blast combo that YU Smile can offensively play with. Spirit still hovering around the outskirts of the base. Collapse looking for another grab. Smoke up from LGD. They'll look to try and stay hidden. They are going to have to reveal themselves soon, though, to try and pull the creeps off the Ancient. They kept it cool. They didn't put the fortification. They still have that at the ready.
They got to reveal their book, though. Their book is just standing there, at least to start clearing out some of these creeps, because the building is starting to go down.
Post the BKB's ready to try and force a reaction. Post the Metamorphosis. You look to close it, but the fortification's there. They were able to force that out, Spirit. They'll back off.
That's their only one. Ancient's already down to half HP. Toro. He's going to back up and reset for a second here. Going to get X. He has 20 seconds until Matt is back up.
Oh, look at the head jump. Look at the jump and the disruption there from here. Holds back you. Shiro, he's in on top of Maposhka.
Another save.
Disruption. Buying time for Maposhka to potentially walk out of this one, but he's used up. The setup's there. Maposhka still managed to get the BKB off the Glimmer Cape down. Maposhka,
another
he's
save.
able to walk away. Refresher pop from Lal. He's going to be ready with another round of spells to throw down upon them. They look over towards you. They've caught him with the demonic plans with the parade. Utoro's in with the BKB.
I knew.
Right down towards you. Trying to get down the low ground, but they've got him with the torrent. He's got dead for 2 minutes. They've lost you, and they're going to lose more. Collapse, Skira back on it after the same. Tika is out.
Collapse has done it. The two biggest targets, it feels like they just call it.
GG is called.
Wow.
Spirit take this game on 76 minutes in.
Wow.
LGD, despite their best attempts with this consistent hold to keep this game alive, it was just too much for them at the end of the day.
Is Magnus going to become the hero of this series? It could definitely be. I mean, we saw what LGD was able to do with it yesterday, and sometimes throughout this tournament. Collapse putting on a different kind of display. Every single one of these catches was perfect. Have to, of course, highlight these saves. I mean, Mira, how many times did it feel like he just bailed his teammates out of these incredibly tough scenarios? There at the end, I think he saved 3 people just with double disruption in a Book of Shadows.
I mean, both teams' supports throughout that game really getting their time to shine. Mid-game Planet really keeping things going with these consistent soulbind hexes, dark portraits coming out, but those last few saves and the ways that Mira was disrupting the offensive attempts from LGD, it just allowed Spirit's cause to play the game out and push forward. And indeed, Collapse Magnus as a whole, we are absolutely going to see this hero come out very, very early on in the drafts for the rest of this series.